Hey y'all, I'm Darielle, the face behind the Urban Book Nook, where I share book reviews, author spotlights, and all things lit literally. And today, so I just got exposed to her category, y'all. And if this is how we meet, I just don't know what is in store for us. So I am here with the lovely Miss Adrian Thomas, and I'm so honored to have her here. So for those who are new to you and your catalog, tell us about yourself and tell us about your catalog.
Sure. So I am a indie urban fiction writer. I'm the author of, I would say, 13 books, but I have not re-released them. I only re-released like maybe three of them, and well, actually, yeah, three of them. So you won't be seeing the other books unless you see them on Wattpad. But I took a 9-year break, and I'm back writing again, and I completed three books this year so far, and I'm from South Georgia, and that's pretty much it. And I'm real down to earth. I'm very playful. I'm just glad to be back writing again, and I'm just glad to be here.
I am shook because I try to stalk you a little bit to get a little bit. So I see the Real Sisters series. Is that a series or how many books is that?
That's the series. I'm still actually working on part three. Part that came out in 2016.
Okay.
It's done. I'm working on editing and getting it re-released. But yeah, that was a series.
So tell me about this one. Hold on. Before we dive into the real one, tell me about this Real Sisters one. Tell us a little bit about it before I do my investigation, what I think I recovered.
Oh, okay, sure. So Real Sisters is pretty much just about like two sisters that end up like feuding over something that happens to the oldest sister when she's younger, something outside of her control. So, well, actually, I mean, I don't want to give any spoilers, but
Yeah.
she gets, essayed by the other sister's father, and her sister blames her. So I don't, like I said, I don't want to go too much in depth of it, but it's a real good book, a good series.
So what is book three introducing then?
So book three is introducing just like what happens after like the oldest sister's journey. So it's
It's going, what is it, like a prequel? Or no, it's aftermath. That's what you're saying?
like an aftermath. Yes.
Okay, so I did that then. I saw that, I stalked that, and then I was exposed to Hooked on Onyx. Okay, girl. So let's talk. Because you just snuck out, well, not snuck, but you told us you already have 13 books in the bag. So I guess why did you take the break? And then why can't we re-release these 13 books?
One, procrastination. Two, I've been trying to find my way as an indie author, and I finally found my way. So that was pretty much it. Procrastination and trying to find my way. And those other books, I don't feel like there. Some authors, they'll keep them out there, like their books when they first start, like when they're, not so good. Me personally, I don't want that out there because it's like when I wrote when I wasn't as seasoned as I am now, so I don't.
Mm.
I'd rather keep those as free and just on my pad.
That totally makes sense. No, that totally makes sense. Okay. So let me tell you, girl, this book was a ride and I loved it. So if this is you coming off a hiatus, I cannot wait to see what is in to me, you got a fully loaded clip because I wouldn't have guessed this. I thought I was just late to the party discovering you. So, girl, you got a best friend. So, congratulations on Hooked on Honest. So, it's officially out. How has the feedback been since the release?
Um, so far it's been great. It's scaring me because I'm like, I haven't received like as much like feedback as I'm receiving since Rule Sister. So it's like it's different. It's
Oh,
been really good though.
so how did we come to the birth of Hooked on Onyx? Because I don't know what I thought it was, girl, and then you just smacked me in the forehead. I don't, the cover, okay, how did we get here?
I'm a creative person, so I knew people were gonna look at the cover and think that it was going to be one way. I said no. I said I'm gonna make it totally different. Actually, I was like, it started from her name. I'm like, okay, her name. Let's do Onyx, and Onyx is like a gemstone
Mm.
that in Greek mythology they say that it comes from the fingernails of Aphrodite. Aphrodite, and she's like the goddess of love and
Mm.
causes like a lot of confusion and amongst men, and that makes sense if you read Hooked on Onyx. Hmm.
I'm over here like, yes, light bulb. Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So that's even genius. But you did do well, not to give too much away, just describing her as a baby and how they got their name. I like formed what I saw in my mind about her. So I saw her as this gem. And essentially, like the whole book, she's kind of being like maybe a smoothing gem because maybe she's roughed around the edges. Oh girl. Okay. Okay. Okay, because you're not about to stress me out like this. Okay. So it's filled with twists and secrets, and it's a lot of interconnected stories. I really love that because to me it brought everything full circle. So when the story first came to you, how did you realize? How did you want it told?
That's a great question. Like I said, after I came to that conclusion, I used her name and then the energy from where I used the name. I'm like, okay, this is how I'm going to tell this story, but I'm gonna give it like a hood twist. I'm gonna put like a hood twist to Greek mythology. So that's the direction I went in.
Because it was 3 men. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're doing here. And well played. Because I can see it because the older guy was just instantly attracted to her. Buddy's friend was instantly attracted to her. And it was like they were drawn.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, you just kind of Okay, so Onyx was forced to kind of grow up fast. I grew up in DC, so interestingly enough, like we would sneak out and be over somebody's house and do stuff similar. It was just that era. Hindsight, we played with our lives. What was the biggest challenge in you creating a character that was still young but carried her emotional weight almost in a mature way or an adult. I don't even know if it's an adult way.
Yes, that's a great question. I've been waiting on that question, but it was actually hard. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be morally gray, but then I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I have to always keep in mind that I'm writing from character's POV. This is not my POV. This is not my personal opinion. So if I go outside of being, morally gray, I have to do it. That's not my POV. So, yeah, it was kind of hard writing Onyx when she was like younger. If I did I answer that
You
correctly?
did? No, you did. Because I couldn't. Did you have to walk away sometimes while you were writing her?
Absolutely, I did. I really did. Like, I'm actually still coming down now. I don't know how other writers are, but I
Ooh.
had to take a break. If you've read Hooked on Onyx, I had to take a break.
Yeah.
It was draining a little.
Well, her friend, her friend, I think the action in the park, I was even like, okay, let me step away. Let me close the book real quick and come back because it's so many learning curves there. As girls, I'm sure a lot of us has put ourselves in that situation. She was willing to sacrifice herself for the guy. And it's so many points that it was like, do you think she would have still? Okay, let me ask you this. Would she still have made the same choices if she had different friends? Do you think? Or if you wrote her friends a different way?
That's a good question. I feel like maybe if she would have had different friends, she probably would have made different decisions because at that time, Onyx was, I wouldn't say vulnerable, she was naive. So
Mhm.
anybody like similar to Lulu, she probably would have ended up,
Mm.
following her. So yeah, she didn't have any female role models in her life. So yeah.
I can say, okay, valid point. Except that stepmom that listen, I don't know why you had that girl fight that lady. I don't know why you had that girl fight that lady. She could have just hit her one good time and then we could have dealt with the consequences later, okay? You could have had that girl beat her up. Um Onyx is adapting, I feel like since birth, like she came out and having to adapt to her situation. So we kind of touched on it. She was like a gem being polished more so. So in writing her, um, how did you think about making it more of her survival and Trumpeth rather than like undercoming her situation? Mm, I see. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is like she had the survival. I guess, did you know she was going to be a survivor? I guess maybe that's the question. Did you write with the end in mind that she was going to overcome every obstacle that she went through, or we did it as we went?
I wrote her as she was going to overcome,
Mm.
but we know the end. But I wrote her as if, she was going to overcome. That's what I wanted for her. But
So did you write with the end, like you knew the ending?
I did.
Oh, so you wrote
That's
back.
how I write. I always know, as long as I know the beginning and the ending, I knew I already knew how the end was gonna be. I'm sorry I had to do that, but yeah.
You started off with the whirlwind, girl, because it took, let me tell you, that birthday party, there was so many points in this book that you had me. With the old man and his cup. We'll just say that without saying too much. Was not expecting that, okay? Was not expecting the daddy girlfriend, okay? I still don't like her. We could have killed her off, okay? You now I'm not saying, we could have a lot of people, but she was one that could have gone, okay? What feedback have you received from readers based on the different characters or even Onyx?
So far I've been getting a lot of feedback about King and Lulu. Nobody I thought it would be more feedback on Melanie, but it's been Lulu and King and Cortez. Surprisingly.
What have they been saying? Let me see if they got my thoughts. What have they been saying?
Lulu needs therapy.
Facts.
Cortez, he's messy. King,
That's facts.
his morally great behavior, but he's full of it. That's what a lot of people
You
say.
see,
He's
because
full of
you
it.
being girl, that man, that 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 man was almost the definition of niggas ain't shit. And I'm just saying, because how do we go through the motions and we're not here, but we're here? Do you, like,
Exactly.
how are we here, but we're not here? That makes no sense to me. Okay.
King was delusional.
It sounds like everybody else is on my platform. Like, and another thing, because even yes, okay. Many of the characters are doing the best they can with what they have, and I think that was one thing I liked, well, loved about the book is the characters are very realistic, their situations, and just overcoming of what they're doing at the time. Um, when writing the story, what challenged you, or what assumptions were you trying to dispel about forgiveness or accountability?
So for forgiveness, you see, hmm, I'm gonna go to accountability first because for I'm trying to see.
Some
Well,
people,
yes, forgiveness.
yeah.
I feel like okay, so the goal with when I was writing was for people to see at the end how King felt just knowing that he was emotionally immature when he first met Onyx, and
Mhm.
he accepted that they weren't in the right place, and he had no business
Over
being
there.
with her. He had no business. So I wrote that in mind that maybe people can mature and change their mindset as they go, and also I would say accountability. He was accountable,
Mhm.
and who else was accountable? I think King was really the only accountable one. Hold on. Nobody else was accountable.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I did. That was the only person I really centered that around. And Onyx
that
was
was
just like,
important. Yeah. I think that
mhm.
was important because I mean he had the relationship with his brother and her. Like he had to take ownership for something. So that was a full like at least closure moment for one of, if not both, of the relationships he impacted. That's just my take. You the
Right.
writer
And
girl, but
another one, but we're not going to mention that one. I don't want to. I don't want to spoil anything. You
uh,
remember? Hmm. That's why I say King was full of it.
very valid point. You see me like, okay, yes, because we don't want to give it away to the people, but we need a whole dissertation the way you did this book. We need a whole breakdown, okay? Another thing that stood out was the family dynamics, and how, just even with Onyx being raised by men, like you said, and a step girlfriend or whatever she was that had a lot of flaws that she was able to identify very early, very early. But I will say nobody entirely felt wrong or right. They all were, again, adapting to their situation. Was it important for you to show these relationships, the way they intertwined and everybody's different adaptations to the same situation?
It definitely was. It just showed like that dynamic where everyone has a different mindset. No one will, handle, life situations the same.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm. Yeah, girl, you can't take no more hiatuses. We appreciate you for coming back, okay? You
Thank
can't do
you.
this.
I
Uh,
won't.
you can't do this to us. So the adults directly impacted younger generations, or what she saw. And I feel like it's literally, you could have been in the room. It was so vivid that you could actually see the impact. What conversations have you seen or that you're hoping it sparks about family dynamics and maybe breaking generational curses?
I would say just the way, hopefully, the view on how men treat and see women will change if, they read it and see how it affects their daughters and even brothers too. Like their actions affect
How
in
we
a
love.
good way
Yeah.
and a bad way. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, whose point of view was the most difficult to write and why?
Hmm. That's a great question. I thought Onyx would be a little complicated, but it was not Miss Onyx. It was King. Because, like I said, I'm writing from the
Man.
POV of a morally gray male. So I'm like, hmm. It was a little complicated, but we got it.
I think that okay. I can I again I can see he pissed me off, but I can see it. I can see how it's wrong. So was there anybody as they're writing it? Was there any of the character story that kind of took off in more of a direction than you had originally maybe outlined or planned?
Honestly, yes. Who shifted? Mish. She shifted randomly. She was not that was not in the outline originally. But that's why I say when I outline, I'm just doing that for direction. I don't actually write what I outline. I never do. So she wasn't she that wasn't part of the plan, but
So I listen, okay, because at first I was like, "What's going on here?" Okay, we got somebody, and then my antenna started antenna, And baby, I feel sorry for her. That's all I'll say. But you did a good plot and twist there. That was a well, that was a good nugget that literally had me sitting up in the bed because I was like, what is going on here? Literally, I remember that one. So I did clutch my pearls a couple of times. You know, I would rate it a little spicy. You know what I'm saying? A little spicy. Um, did we know that these spicy scenes was going to develop and land where they landed?
Absolutely. Um, every time. I knew they were going to be there. But the most challenging part is getting through them. I don't know about other writers, I have to say it again, but it's I can write them, but it's hard to write them. It takes me a little longer. Like I have to stop, take a break because I'm like, I need to get this exact. I need to get this how I need it to be. So it takes a lot out of me to do those things. But it's exactly
So we already pre-plotted this house Onyx scene.
yes, ma'am.
Oh, I was literally like, where's this going? Oh, oh, okay. Okay, we definitely playing with fly. Okay, you cooking with grease, okay? Because I was shooketh, shocked to have you say. I mean, great twist, but it's okay. All right. And we knew it was going to develop the way it developed.
I knew that. I knew that for a fact way in the beginning. That was part of the outline. That was definitely part of the outline. Yes.
Okay. So were there any scenes that didn't make it to the final edit?
Yes, there is, but I'm not gonna tell you. Because there may be a question later. But yeah, no, I can't tell you that. That's one question I have to plead the fifth. But yes.
Ah, my mouth is okay. All right, you. Okay, now I gotta go read Real Sisters because if that was in the outline, and then there were scenes that did not make it. All right, I already see where we're going here. Okay. Um, so the end basically left me in a slump. Like I will tell you, you did so well that I was like, well, damn, where do I go from here? What was the goal as you left the conclusion on the final page? Did you want us to be shookers? Are you telling us something more is coming? Are you ending enough that what we got?
I wanted you guys to be shook up. And there was like just nobody thought. Did you think that's how that was gonna end?
Absolutely not.
You don't think that?
Absolutely not. I did
That's
think she was about to be in a throuple. I was like, holy crap, we're about to have this is developing into like a polygamy story. And I was down for it. I will tell you that. So no, no, it turned left and fast, and then we went on another ride. Literally had to go to Audible. Like I'm just starting another Kindle after you because I was like, give me a minute. Let me figure out what's going on. So I mean, did you what do you want from us at this ending? What do you want from us?
I want you guys to just go decompress somewhat because if you go read my other books, you'll get the same as well. But you might get hooked on Onyx too. I might update you. I don't just decompress. Go read the other books in the meantime. But
Even that
yeah,
like
I'm,
one.
I,
Now ask for much, but we could definitely get a book two. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the brother has real potential. He could be a kingpin. I'm just saying that can go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I just feel like we can go somewhere. Cortez, I just feel like we have options.
A lot. I just told Miss April the other night. I said, you know what? If the characters talk to me, I'll listen. If they talk, they have some more to say. I'll listen. She said, I pray, please talk to Adrian.
I'm over here like, is anyone talking now? Is anybody talking now? Because maybe we
They
can.
actually are. They
Who's
really are.
talking?
Lulu.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now I'm feeling real like, you did have that book in that, but I feel like you could take the Young Miami song and do more with it. It was already in there, but I feel like Lulu has a theme song. We can do this.
I
We
think
can do
so.
this. And her daddies. Can we learn more about the daddies?
Sure. Tayshawn and
Because wasn't she adopted by the two daddies?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I just feel like we can go somewhere with the daddies and her. I can see it. So that hopefully, like, let me help Lulu talk some more. I'm just saying I can see it. This will be
I
great.
can.
Her book will be super dope because you're raised by two males. You know what I'm saying? You design her down. We got a theme song. I mean, I feel like okay. Hopefully I dropped enough in your spirit. We can make this happen.
You did. Y'all did. I think
Okay. And she can beat some more ass too. We like her beating ass. So if there's somebody's else ass she can beat, you could put that in the book too. Maybe her mama, preferably her mama.
well needed.
Just
Mm,
all ideas. Maybe they can jump her together. Or maybe she can get strung out. I'm just saying make sure she address her mama in this as well as she get her book. Maybe start the book off with her slapping her mama. Okay. I'm okay.
mm.
I'm all ideas. Okay, all ideas. So we kind of covered it a little bit. Which character surprised you the most in writing? And then we kind of covered a little bit which scene was emotionally hard to write. But, but as you originally came up with these names and you developed these characters, I always like to be nosy. What was your inspiration for developing these characters? Are they based off of a famous person, people you know? So is there any realism within these characters?
That's a great question. No, ma'am. They
Okay.
are actually random. I think I've said it before. They literally, I will be up at like 3 in the morning writing, and these characters, like, they randomly just come to me. I'm like,
Names and all?
the names, the characteristics, and also, you know what? One inspiration I do have, my hometown. They
Okay.
have drama on a day-to-day basis, so I may be watching that on the side as well. I'll be on different lives, clicking back and forth, and I'm like, oh, okay, take that and pull that in here. So yes, I kind of do take that from. Yeah, I forgot about that as well. But other than that, they're random.
I love that. No, because I'm always like, I wonder how much truth it is. Because you do so well in painting them that I was like, these they felt real. So sometimes when you get that like real, like, oh, that's my sister act like that. I'm like, okay, okay, I see how it was developed. But if you pull
That's
the
what I want to hear.
so what's a writing day look like for you? Are you in a moo and headphones? Are you like what does writing look like?
So writing looks like you said, a mumu headphones. Well, not headphones because I'm at home. I put on my Bluetooth speaker, and I look like a homeless person. My hair is. You see how it's nothing like this.
Gotta
I
get
probably
comfortable.
yes, and then when I'm actually locked in writing for real, my nails. I probably have 3 nails on, and
They got to go. They got to go. So what are we listening to as we're writing?
we are listening to Donnell Jones, Brent Fayez, 90s music. I love me some Donnell. Like I have my Donnell.
I like
Music Soul Child, and
that
a
music.
little Lucky Day.
Oh, I like Lucky Day. So what songs were we listening to as we were writing Onyx?
Hmm. We were listening to Key Clock. Pretty much, I have a playlist. I'll tell you what song too. This specific song, I haven't listened to again. Blackberry Molasses. When she transitioned, that song was so depressing to me. It was draining too because I was writing just like the scenes that I was writing. I'm like, I won't be listening to this song for years again. But
Girl, to this day, that is my song, girl. I sing your heartbroken all the time. But now that you say that, I can hear it as you're writing it because, oh, now I gotta listen to the song, girl. I gotta listen to. So you said you have a playlist. It's on Spotify and Apple. Where's it at?
it's on Apple. I need to go and do it on Spotify, but it's on Apple.
I'm an Apple girly. That's all that matters. Ooh, I'm so
Yes,
excited.
ma'am.
So what's next for you? What's in store?
What's in store next? I'm working on another book. You should see that cover probably at the end of July. Now that I've reconsidered something, I'm not gonna say what I reconsidered, but um, I don't want to say it yet, but it will be a surprise. What is
Okay.
today? Today is July the 12th,
12th. Yep.
June the 12th. I'm sorry. You let me fast forward to July.
Look, I'm already trying to get you there. Like, so we're a couple of days out. What's the name? I'm trying to trick you. So
Trying to get it.
do we have a name?
Absolutely. Now we do. After yeah, we have two names, but the other book will be probably announced like the cover will be revealed at the beginning of August or the end of July. But this one you're gonna see the cover probably what is today? I would say the 26th, the end of this month.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll leave it at that then. I'll leave it
Hmm.
at that. So where can we catch you in these book streets?
I would say okay, I have one in September, and that's the only one for right now because I've been trying to stick to writing. Trying to, I'm real strict with myself right now, so I'll be in Memphis at the event that Kiki Swanson will be headlining, and the Miami Expo next year. So those are the only two right now.
So are
I'll
you planning on coming to Houston at any time?
I will be soon, but I don't think it'll be this year, but it
Okay.
will definitely be coming soon.
Long as we on the radar, that's all that matters. As long as we are on the radar. Okay,
Definitely.
so where can everybody purchase a copy of your books and how can we stay connected with you?
So you can purchase a copy from as of right now just from Amazon. Once I put my website back up, you can get it from the website, but right now it's on Amazon and I'm sorry. And you can follow me on Facebook, author Adrian or author Adrian Thomas, either or. And TikTok is underscore bougie BOUJEECONJ, and it's the same on Instagram as well. So the same name.
I think that's it. I'm so excited, girl. You got through all my questions. I thank you so much for sitting down with me. This was a lot of fun. And let me just tell you from one avid reader, girl, you did the fuck out of that book. Okay. You
Thank
did that. I
you.
truly appreciate you, Tris, for blessing us with your art. I was reading it with like one of my homegirls, so we were literally like sending each other voice notes. So you just thank you for adding to our group chat. So I appreciate you more than you know. You gained a new favorite. And so once I get into the sister series, girl, I'll be back on your neck because if you think that's how we gonna meet and I'm done with you, that's just not how this happens, okay? So I'll be looking for the new cover, and hopefully, we can get some more jewels, the gems you dropping. Again, though, for book two, let's just consider the mama getting slapped or something. Don't ask for much. We just need a little redemption. That's all we asking for. You don't get to drug nobody and don't get redemption. We just need a little bit. That's all I ask, okay?
That's
Noted.
a good
Okay.
consideration. Noted. Yes, ma'am.
On
I
behalf
just
of readers,
appreciate you.
I'm speaking for all of us.
I really appreciate you guys. Like it means a lot. And the fact that you actually took the time to read it, and I can tell that you actually enjoyed it. I love your energy.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. We're besties now, so you can't get rid of me. So we got to figure out how to get you to these Houston streets. So we got to do it, okay? But the fact that you took your time on a Friday means the world to me because you could have been doing anything. So I know you're a very busy person, Miss Author Lady, and it means the world. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I'm here if you have any questions about Real Sisters or any one of my books. I'm here. And it was I look the interview was great. I'm sorry. I'm stuttering now.
Thank you. No, for real. I've already have real sisters written down. I was like, oh, okay. Don't you worry. We'll be back. You don't get to introduce me to Onyx and nobody else. So I got to tell you which one. We'll go. We'll see. Because you stress me out with Onyx, so I don't even know what to prepare for with this one. Okay. But
I'm
thank
sorry.
you
All
again.
right. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Bye.